I'm Ryan DeCesar,
I'm David Hill.
and this is R&D.
All right, Ryan,
That is me.
my man, what is going on?
I'm not your man. I'm
It's
nobody's
true.
man.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
What's going on, man?
Dude, not too much, man. You know, just had a real just hectic work week, which, you know,
Yeah.
super fun, dude.
Yeah.
Been super fun.
That's good. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, not me.
I mean, I detect a little hint of sarcasm, but I'm gonna let it go because you know, I just feel like if I let you go, you'll never stop. So
It's actually very true. It's very hard to get me to shut up.
yeah, just like right now. Like, why are you still talking?
Yep, well, that's it. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, man.
Stop talking about
Good podcast. Good podcast.
It's a really good one. I
Did
enjoyed
I
it.
actually tell you that once that like I would jokingly was like in a car with like my girlfriend and my friend started saying something and I jokingly did that thing that we always do to each other where we're just like, dude, shut up. So I said to him, I go, dude, shut up. And then I kept talking and he was just super quiet and I go to him, I go, man, you're all right? He's like, you told me to shut up. It was like 20
Oh
minutes
my
went by.
God.
I'm like, dude.
Oh my God. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, it was funny.
Oh
Yeah.
God. Yeah, you told me to shut up, dude. What are you, 4?
I think he was joking though. Like I don't think he actually was like I don't think he was actually sitting there like, you told me to shut up.
You told me to shut up.
Yeah, can you imagine? You told me to shut up, please.
So
Yeah. No.
yeah, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been trying to write this sketch, you know.
Do you think I
trying-
care? It was like, okay, I guess I'm done recording.
All right, and
Just
we're-
hit
that's
space.
it for
He's
my-
like, I'm out of here.
I'm out.
There's my introduction.
No, I've been trying to write that sketch that we've been working on for the past few weeks, and I have some news for everybody.
No.
I won't be finishing it up this week. We'll be doing that.
Dude, are you kidding me?
next week.
I am a loyal listener of this podcast
Are you?
for years now. It
Wow.
hasn't even been out for years. That's how you know how dedicated I am. I'm a loyal listener.
That's
and you're
creepy.
telling me that the sketch that you've been working on all this time for weeks and weeks, and you've been teasing and making so funny, and I've been like engaged in so much in like everything you've been saying. You're telling me that is not going to get worked on this week?
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah. So, you know, but we'll get it done, you know, next week.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. I hope so.
And then we may even have a surprise for people. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
'Cause by that time, we'll have 2 sketches done.
Yeah, man. I hope so.
So,
What Dave and
stay
I did
tuned.
for you guys also is we were writing another sketch. We were writing up one of the other ones right before we recorded here, and we thought to ourselves, why aren't we recording us going back and forth and writing this? So at some point you're going to get a little bit of a bonus episode, or just like a little, like maybe it's like 15-20 minutes, you think, just like us just going back and forth and like writing this sketch. And obviously, we'll probably find it funnier than you guys will ever find it funny, but we
or
had
I
a
don't know,
good
maybe
time.
we're just like really gifted comedians. You don't know that, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I am also considered one of the greatest comedians of all time. You don't
Yeah,
know that
like-
because I tried to bury all that information.
Yeah, dude. I mean, honestly, I think we're like the greatest ever. And I think that's why people tune in, especially Craig.
Yeah, that's
Craig
why
knows.
Craig records
Craig's
us
listened to a
every
lot of
single-
people. I'm just saying, Craig's probably listened to a lot of comedians at this point, and
He
Obviously,
has
he
given
chose
us the
us.
best feedback.
yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely has.
Yeah.
Recording, ending, you know, just to let us know.
I love the idea of somebody just like listening to this podcast out of context for the first time, and they're just like, "Well, these guys are kind of like douchey," and they think they're so amazing. Like they don't realize the whole thing is just us being
It's
sarcastic.
sarcasm. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
and they're just
Well,
like,
then
"These
obviously
guys
they
are
don't
kind of
understand
vain." Like, yep.
That's me, the vainest person you'll meet. I'm definitely just constantly bragging about myself.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that about you. I always
I think
appreciate.
everybody does, honestly.
Yeah. No, I mean it's good to, I guess, part of you to be like, I don't know, what do you say? It's good to be, partially just What was I going to say? I don't even know.
What happened? Did you have a stroke? What happened?
Not yet, no. I was going to say, I guess it's good to partially be a little braggadocious, which is a fun word that I learned for the first time a few years ago.
Cool. Great. Yeah. Dictionaries are fun. I like reading them too. I'm a smart person.
Yeah, sometimes. Braggadocious. Word of the day. Word of the week.
Dude, I got a new sketch idea based upon my great work week.
Okay. Before you give that, do you want to give us our little quote of the week or our little educational snippet, and then we can get into whatever nonsense you want to talk about? That's probably not interesting.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm very excited about talking about nonsense.
Yeah,
I have
you're not a good person.
Quote here from the same dude as last week. It is one Joe Randazzo.
Oh yeah, my best friend.
Yeah, he's a former editor of The Onion. And he's a creative director of AdultSwim.com, and he has many other accolades, such as writing books and writing pilots for CBS. And he's a pretty well-known comedian writer in the industry. And I think this is a great quote here from his book, The Definite Guide to an Unpredictable Career in Comedy. And it's specifically about sketch comedy, and it says, it's this from the same section too that we read last week. Questions to ask about your sketch. Is it grounded in reality? Most great sketches, no matter how bizarre, have at least some connection to a relatable situation. It can be a small detail, like an alien bounty hunter who needs coffee in the morning, or just framing the context, like a wedding for dolphins. But without something to relate to, the audience has no subvertible expectations. There's no real reason for anything to happen, which creates a general lack of reality. The sketch may be funny, but it will leave everyone feeling a little cold. And I really like that quote because it's kind of true. That's what I think that's what makes comedy is having a situation play out in an unpredictable way, but it has to be a somewhat realistic situation.
Yeah, that's what I've grown to notice that the more that I'm not obviously, I mean, greatest comedian of all time here speaking.
Well, clearly.
But, yes, of course. But obviously, in all seriousness, obviously, I don't fancy myself necessarily like the peak of comedy, even though we are joking about that. For any of you out of context listeners, yes, we are joking. We don't actually think we're like the best thing since sliced bread. We're like the second best thing.
Yeah, I mean, we're not, like I said.
Yeah, so like
we're not
for me, I
don't
see myself as like necessarily somebody who's like the best writer or like comedy writer or have the best like funny ideas. But I guess where I'm going with is like even like when I watch something like Key and Peele, I feel like I'm a little more observant of like how they take something so simple and they just like take it to just this nth degree, and I'm like, I would have, and it's one of those things that's like you look at it and you're like, I could have never thought about that. Like I could have never thought of this sketch idea, but then you go write one yourself and you're like, I am thinking of them right now. We actually just wrote one.
Yeah.
That I think is like in the same, and I'm not going to say it's like the same as like Key and Peele, because obviously they're two much better comedians than we are or probably will ever be. I don't want to talk ourselves down here, but I mean, obviously we are the second best comedians of all time.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I'm trying to say. You're like really talking us down here, man. We're like, we're not the first best comedians. We're not completely pretentious, but definitely second. I mean, come on.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't want to say like, we're as good as they are or whatever. I don't want to compare ourselves, but definitely like it's somewhat at least in the same, like I want to say on the same DNA of like where they go with some of their sketches.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what makes comedy great. You gotta look at how other people make comedy. But yeah, no, I really like that because it's just a real true quote.
Yeah,
what's a good example? Have you ever seen that SNL sketch where it's the Star Wars undercover boss one? Have you seen that?
Yes, so Kylo Ren with Adam Driver.
That's hysterical because that's a little bit based in reality. Like he's pretending to be an undercover boss. Like that's what makes it so ridiculous and funny. Is that
I actually should confess one of my favorite SNL sketches. And mind you, I'm not like a I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm a big SNL watcher, but there are some sketches you see here and there, and like this one has always stood out to me because it's just so like ridiculous. It's just so funny to me. It's like you might know it as soon as I start describing it. It's Andy Samberg, Bill Hader, I think Kristen Wiig, and like Shia LaBeouf, and it starts with like Bill Hader writing. It's the one that's like, ooh, what you say? Ooh,
Oh.
and you ever seen that one?
Yeah, I know what song you're talking about.
You never seen the movie, the sketch?
No, keep going.
Oh my God, you got
keep explaining
dude,
the sketch
honestly,
real quick.
I'll describe it for you, but then I want you to watch it. Basically,
you want me to watch it? You know what? You don't have to.
Yeah.
Don't even.
I want you to watch it, and I want to hear your honest reaction. Watch it right now.
All right, we're doing now. We are turning into a reaction YouTube channel. So
yeah, I'm pranking Dave. He's actually he has cancer.
Sick prank, bro.
Yeah, bro. I hired all these doctors to tell you that you had cancer, but you don't have
cancer. Dude, it's just a prank, bro.
Just look up. It's like SNL. Just like ooh, what you say, or something like that.
I'll look that up. Up.
Yeah,
all right,
you gotta look it up. It's so funny.
All right, now I'm gonna jump in. I gotta talk about this work week, dude. So
you want to do that, and then you can listen to your thing, and then I'll go on with what I was saying about. Just go on. You got it.
What? Okay, I'm gonna go into this.
No, I'm saying go into your thing and then watch the sketch, and then I'll go pick up my point.
Oh, you want me to watch it right now?
Yeah, bro. If you want to. No, if you want to, you don't have to. But I'm just saying it's really right. Like it's hard to describe it, and I don't want to ruin it for you.
All right, I'll watch it.
It's literally, dude. It's like 3 minutes long. It doesn't take that long.
Okay, well, all right, I'll watch it. I didn't realize you wanted me to watch it right now.
Yeah.
You can hear me typing.
Actually, it's like 4 minutes long. It's really funny though. Like it's like one of my favorites.
What is it called? SNL.
Just write SNL. Ooh, what you say? And like it's like literally the first video that pops up. It's got like 33 million views.
Oh, the shooting, aka Dear Sister. Yeah. Wait a minute. I think
you've had to have seen it. If you've seen it, like don't even
Give me a second. I think I might have seen this one.
It's probably one of my favorites.
I'm watching it right now.
I'll watch it with you.
All right. What the fuck? What the fuck?
You finished it?
They're still shooting each other. Give me a minute. Oh my God, they're just layering this song too many times. Okay, all right. Sorry, he was reading the letter when you were talking.
Okay, no problem. Yeah,
we can cut. I'm assuming we can cut most of that silence out.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna probably cut to where we came back. Anyway.
Okay.
My whole point of bringing up that sketch is just to say, that something so ridiculous like that, in the sense, I think the point I was trying to make is that like you think that's one of my favorite SNL sketches, and you think like, wow, I could never write anything like that, but I want to say it's like in the same like DNA of something like that, the one we wrote.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I like that. It's got to be based in reality or something. It has to, because otherwise you can't make a connection to it, and it's not going to be funny when something ridiculous happens, because that's what makes like comedy funny. Just it's unpredictable. That's what makes you laugh. I mean, there are a few studies, which I probably shouldn't even mention because I don't even have them on hand, but there are a few studies that mention the funniest comedians are the ones that give you a realistic scenario and then make something ridiculous and unexpected happen, and your brain doesn't really process that, and it processes it into something funny. That's actually a prevailing hypothesis, I think. Don't quote me. I'll figure it out later, and I'll come back with that.
Yeah, and I will just say one last thing going off of that, and then I'll let you give us your whole shenanigans.
Yeah.
There is very brief. There's actually I think it's like there's like like Will Smith has just like in the last few years just become like this guy who's like, oh, I'm everywhere. He does like YouTube, he does like Facebook and Instagram and like Twitter. No, I don't think he does Twitter, but
he's just like getting really into the digital age now.
Yeah, he's really into it now. And he had like this like Facebook series or something. I think it was Facebook. He was called like like Will Smith's bucket list, and every week or so, or every couple of weeks, he would do something like off his bucket list, like something like that he wouldn't normally do because he was afraid of doing it, but he wants to knock it off. One of them was he wanted to do stand-up comedy, so he went and met with Dave. Yeah, he met with Dave Chappelle in the video. Yeah, so Dave Chappelle says to him, "Okay, I had this." he's like, I got this advice once from a comedian who he wasn't very good, but this advice he gave me always stuck with me. He said, like, you're one of those comedians that thinks you have to be funny all the time, but you don't have to be funny all the time, but you do have to be interesting all the time. So I think that's also key, especially if you're writing a sketch. It's like, it doesn't necessarily have to be funny every 5 seconds. It just has to be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah. I mean, no one can be funny all the time.
Yeah, but we want it to be interesting. So, like, even if, like, we get you with a joke in the beginning, we want to try to, like, keep you engaged to the end. This sketch that we wrote is not super long, so it might not end up being something like that, but it's just something to think about. Anyway, Dave, I don't want to keep filibustering this whole episode.
Yeah, well,
why don't you do your whole thing?
Okay, so you ever have at work where, like,
nope,
you have a very specific project or thing you have to get done. It's very imperative that this gets done. And then, lo and behold, something else, another coworker or a manager or somebody just comes in and just gives you something else entirely different, even though all the other stuff is due. And my sketch idea for that is based on what happened to me. Not really, but like kind of just any normal like work situation. And this is
it happens
idea.
often in retail. I think we were talking about beforehand. Like it's something that happens often in retail.
Yeah, I mean, it just happens everywhere. It's not just about where I work, but just like everywhere. This is how I imagined it though in my head after I was done being frustrated. There's this worker and he's just like, I don't know, maybe he's got like a little workstation and he's like, I don't know, building something. He's got a bunch of parts and stuff and he's got to build something. And he's just sitting there and then all of a sudden someone kicks down his door. He's like, Jonathan. He's like, whoa, what? And he just runs up to the dude's desk and just knocks all the shit off of his desk and slaps whatever's in his hands off of it. He goes, you're doing this now. He goes, but all of my stuff, just something like that where they just come in and just like destroy what he's currently doing and then force him to do something else, saying that it's super important, even though they have other work to do. I just think it would be really funny to write a sketch about that.
Yeah, I think when you brought it up, I think I took your the beginning where he kicks the door in.
Oh yeah,
and he's just like, Jonathan, like wipes his desk off, and he's like, "You're doing this now," and he's like, "I literally was just sending out my findings about the cure for the common cold, something ridiculous."
Oh my god!
So
or
it's like
super imperative, like we were gonna end childhood cancer.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't care. TPS reports have to get done.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like something like something like child cancer. I don't know. It's hard too with like when you write this stuff because it's like you want it to be, I guess, you want it to be something that's like funny, but you also don't want to sit there and like reference anything so dark where it's like the audience like hears it and they're like, this is like really bad. It's like if a stand-up comedian goes up there and just like, yeah, I tried to kill myself last week. And that's all they say. And then they just go, but I'm fine. It's like, damn, you just made me worry about you for like a whole minute.
Like, oh, okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So we don't have to do that. We'll do something else. It'll probably be, I like the idea that he's like working on building something rather than like finding a cure for something. Like he's like something like,
but it's
something
that's clearly important, so it emphasizes like why it's so ridiculous he's getting interrupted. Like I don't know, maybe he just like finished he's an archaeologist, or not archaeologist, he's like a architect, and he just finished his design for the building, and he just like his boss comes in, just pours coffee all over it, and he's just like, we need to do this, and he's like, dude, I was finalizing my design.
Oh, like
I was going to bring it to the partners.
Oh, he's got a little model in front of him. He comes and just destroys it and throws it off his desk.
Yeah. It's like, well, I guess I can get the backup of my computer, so it's not a big deal. He's like, where's your computer? He's like, over there. And he's like, smashes it. He's like, you're done doing that.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, something clearly important to the guy. Otherwise, it's like, well, okay.
Yeah, no, I like that. I'll flesh it out a bit more, but I like that. I like the architect idea. I'm gonna go with the architect idea. I like that.
Yeah, because it's like it's not like it's something that's like would clearly be important to someone, especially if it's somebody, I'm not an architect obviously, but obviously it's somebody who's like really spent like their whole life working on this, and this is like the apex or like the top of like what they've ever been doing.
Their
and
magnum
somebody just comes
opus.
Right. In a sense, like that's not to say they're not gonna have anything else, but just like this is like the pinnacle of like whatever they've been doing for their whole life. They're the first time that they're like a designer on a project and somebody comes in and is just like, yeah, that project, fuck your project.
Wow. So, yeah, no, I like that. I like that idea a lot. And I'm gonna stick
I'm
with
glad.
it. I'm
glad.
I'll start writing that. I'll start writing that sketch, and but that's clearly after I'm done finishing the other one. Clearly, I would never listen. I want everybody to know right now. I would never start a project and then not finish it and move on to another project. That is not me. I never do that.
Well, like it's total. Yeah, I also am a big fan of like not forcing yourself to write per se. So like if you find you're getting stuck on something, like maybe you do want to move on to something else and then go back to it when you have it fleshed out.
Yeah, no, I'm almost done with this one, and then like I said, maybe there'll be a special episode. Who knows? Huh? I don't know.
Maybe. Don't tease anything though. Okay.
I don't do that.
Yeah, don't tease yourself. Tease me.
What? Anyway, why don't we jump into writing your meta sketch then?
Yeah. So,
let's get into that.
This is that sketch that Dave and I have been writing. If you guys recall, if you have been listening, if you haven't, I'll describe it to you very quickly. Basically, what we are trying to do is we're trying to write sketches from time to time. Sometimes we will have sketches that we're working on, we'll bring back week to week. Sometimes we'll be writing them fresh. This one we had been writing fresh in the podcast, but then we decided let's like write up let's finish it and then we'll read it out loud. Like not like a cold read because we obviously know what's in it, but more just like we'll hear what it sounds to us now that we read it. And it's that sketch where it's just the whole premise of it is that Dave and Ryan are recording a podcast, much like we're doing here, and I haven't posted any episodes for like a whole year, and Dave's like, "What's going on, man?" And that's the premise. So
yeah, you want to do you want to do a read?
Yeah, for without further ado, I think it's time we do a whole read. I'll read myself, and
you sure you don't want me to be you and you be me?
No.
All right. Let's just do.
I'll do the stage. There's not a lot of stage direction, but I will do the stage direction as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Let's do this. This is called the meta sketch. Interior Dave's room, apartment, night. Dave sits in his room at his computer. He calls Ryan on Discord.
Hey, dude, what's going on?
Oh, nothing much, man.
So maybe we can start releasing episodes?
Yeah. Definitely, man. Maybe. Give me a few more weeks.
Yeah, man, look, I get it, but it's been a year since we started recording. I cleared my schedule for Wednesday so we could do this.
Yeah, Dave, it's just been busy, bro.
I get it. We recorded over 100 episodes. Let's just start releasing 2 a week maybe, just to catch up.
Yeah, man, sounds good. Cool. We should talk about this here release schedule if you want to call it that.
Oh, yeah, man. What were you thinking? You do all the editing and stuff, so whenever you're comfortable.
Yeah, no doubt. Sure. I was just thinking, I don't want to do this.
What?
The podcast.
What?
I don't want to do the podcast.
When were you going to say something?
Yeah, man, I haven't even been recording on my end at all.
What? Why?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to do it. I didn't know how to tell you, and I just really like spending time with you every week.
Dude, we're friends. We don't need an excuse to hang out. Also, I've been uploading my recordings to the Google Drive every week. What have you been doing with those?
Deleting them, mostly.
Why?
They were taking up too much space.
Dude, I spent $100 for the year on more drive space. You gave me $50 for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that back.
Why didn't you just tell me? I would have understood. When did you know you didn't want to do this?
Pretty much the moment it was suggested.
So you deleted all of my audio and didn't even record on your end. Is that what you're saying?
Kind of.
Kind of?
Well, I spliced together some of your audio.
Why?
Well, in the off chance you retaliated, I was ready to bury you. Don't tread on me.
Ryan, it's a frickin' podcast.
Yeah, and I'd like it to stay that way. Otherwise, this will get out. Oh, sorry. Ryan spliced together audio and made Dave sound crazy. He plays it.
My favorite thing to consume before bedtime is Racism. Yummy. Ryan, I don't think we should be friends anymore.
Ryan plays another spliced audio of Dave.
Hello, Ryan, my best friend. Yummy.
Dave sends out a Discord.
Ryan, I don't want to do this podcast. Yummy.
Same.
I like that. I like that a lot. I like the read through. I think the only thing that I'm gonna say about it is
Yummy.
we're gonna definitely need to splice together some audio from me.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that when we were writing it. I was like, I almost like want to splice together actual audio, even if it's just like you just recording one at a time, like, hello, Ryan,
Yeah.
my best friend. Yeah, it's actually funny how this came together because we were like writing it and we were just like, we need to end this.
Yeah. I really like the ending. I think people will laugh more when it's actually spliced together. So it's confusing I think it's confusing on the other end, but I don't really listen to what we do, so I wouldn't know. But like, I think it's going to be a bit confusing, like especially from this, because I'm saying two different lines, even though they're almost two different, characters.
Yeah, well, I think definitely, that. I think also a lot of people should keep in mind that when you are talking about, I guess sketches and, like when you're writing them and reading them, they probably don't. I mean, we're obviously we find this kind of like ridiculous and funny, but they don't normally read as funny as they might be when they're actually performed or shot.
Yeah.
So I keep that in mind too. Like, I think this could actually be really funny if it's shot, like if it's like a digital short, like a 3-minute video or something, or 4-minute video.
And it would be easy because we'd be on Discord, so we can definitely.
Yeah, part of me almost like wants to like put this out as like a video.
We could actually.
Idea.
There's an idea.
There you go.
So now
we're not teasing anything. Not teasing. No.
I think what we should do now is open up the phone lines and get some maybe feedback. So.
I love this part of the episodes that we do. I love that idea that you had, because this is the part where we can get to listen to you, the listener.
Yeah.
All right. So without further ado, let's open up those phone lines, Dave. Can you do that for me really quick?
Yeah, hang on. I'm just I'm opening up. Phone lines are going to be open right now. So
let's do it. All right. Really appreciate the feedback. Really good.
Really enjoyed that. Really
enjoyed that. That was a good part of whatever we're doing here.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed that. And I guess if you guys don't have anything to say, I'm pretty much out of stuff to say.
Yeah, I also think I like I think it's short and sweet too. I don't think it needs to be longer.
Like me, it's short and sweet.
Yeah,
mainly short.
I wouldn't say that about you, because but yeah, I mean it's fun in a way. I guess it's like it's kind of short. It's short, but let's have to say I don't really know if it even needs to have things taken out of it, because I feel like. It just kind of goes a place you don't expect to. I mean, I know we have this whole segment where we're like, oh, we're going to trim stuff, but I don't even know if it needs
that. The strip show? Well, dude, the strip shows are, those are like, they don't
always need it. I'll tell you what. How would you like to just do it? Well, let's do a strip show, and we'll see if there is anything we can take out. What do you think?
What do you think? We could do that.
Why don't we just like look at it really quick, and if you don't have anything, you don't have anything, and then yeah.
Look at it right now. Let's see what we got here. Dude, what's going on? Nothing much. Bam. Okay.
This is a delivery note in terms of delivery. I think there's like these small parts, like when I say deleting them mostly. Why? They were taking up too much space. I think they should be like very quick back and forth.
Yeah. Why? They were taking too much space. All right. Yeah, I got you. More of a delivery thing. And obviously we're professional actors as well as comedians, so we're definitely,
Wait, I got a good idea.
Did you just delete the whole thing?
No. You give me $50.
Oh, the $50.
You give me $50. Yeah, I say maybe make it easier for more drive space. I think that's simpler than like
Yeah,
how it was
okay.
before. You
We
gave
stripped.
me $50
Did
for more
everybody see
drive
that?
space. There you go. We stripped. We stripped. Taking off an article of clothing.
Boom.
Ryan, you don't
Strip
have to
show.
do that.
Everybody's favorite portion.
All right, Dave, take off your shirt.
All right.
He didn't take it off. I can tell.
I can sense it. I can sense it through Discord.
I can see it right through Discord, yeah.
Why didn't you just tell me? I would wonder. Actually, it's like very bare bones. It's only 3 pages. I honestly, seriously think that there is really. I mean, at this point, it would just be nitpicking.
Yeah, I think it would just be like cutting down some lines when it's just like redundant.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
for example, like right here, when you say, why didn't you just tell me? Like, I can just cut this part out so the line will just be instead, I would have understood. When did you know you didn't want to do this?
Yeah, I like that. That's fine. Oh, we stripped again. Everybody see it?
Yeah, we do. We stripped again.
We
Dave,
stripped.
take off my socks.
All right.
He didn't take off my socks.
I definitely did. All right.
No, you didn't.
All right. Yeah, you need to fix this so you deleted all of my audio. Oh, you already put kind of. That's right. You already did that. You did it all because I was thinking kind of. I spliced together some of your audio. Well, in the off chance, when you deliver that line, well, in the off chance you retaliated, I was ready to bury you. Don't tread on me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan, it's a friggin' podcast. Or maybe we could even change my line. I don't know.
Or
what
if
is
it's
my
just
character
like,
feeling really, though? I mean, really, Ryan.
You're really well. Think about it. Are you asking answering? Or are you being sarcastic?
No, I am being sarcastic.
Okay, I was gonna say, are you actually asking? Because
I was actually
ready.
I
was ready to answer. I was ready to be like, well, Dave, see, back in the before times, something like that. No. I don't know.
All right, cool. So I really don't think there's anything else to strip. So I think that's going to be it for the strip show.
Yeah, I think I like that. We also had other ideas for the ending, but I don't think those fit as well. The other one was just kind of like, I just like mentioned I had another person do the podcast with him, which doesn't make sense to me now that I think about it, because it's like, if I don't want to do the podcast, why would I go through the effort of him getting him someone to do the podcast with him?
Yeah. Or just like passing the buck off on a different person. Be like, this person likes podcasts, do it with him.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, I really think that's good. I think it's a good sketch. I think we're through with it, and the only thing else to do is to actually create it now.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it, and I think we could talk about working on it.
Yeah.
If anything, we can do like a full staged reading, and then maybe we'll even put it in a video format.
I think we
maybe.
might.
I'm not gonna say yes, because then our one listener is going to be there and be like, dude, I'm waiting for this for like 10 years. And
yeah,
like,
I know.
Dude, we did like 5 episodes.
I just feel really bad for our one listener, because they dropped their phone in some like water or something, dude, because they haven't been calling in. You know what I mean?
Well, the only thing that I hold on to very dearly is that Craig has been here with us through thick and thin.
Craig has always been here with us, and I think on that note,
I appreciate him.
I'm gonna give one up to Craig.
Give one up to Craig.
And
just give him a moment of silence for Craig, really quick.
And that was the one moment right there.
Yes, Dave, did you have anything else you'd like to talk about or to add before we wrap?
No, man. I'm probably just gonna sit here, and I got a weekend, so there's a lot of nothing that has to get done. So I'm probably gonna go complete that nothing.
What do you do when you're doing nothing? Nothing?
Yeah, like when I'm doing nothing, man, it's nothing. You know what I mean? It's nothing.
Yeah, that sounds cool. So, before we go, Dave, did you have anything you wanted to promote or to mention?
Promote or mention? Not really. I'm just doing the same old stuff.
Annoying and boring, yeah.
Normal and boring, dude.
It's annoying and boring.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I would just like to say that I got a YouTube channel. You should follow it, subscribe to it, whatever you got to do. You can also follow us. Not us, like we don't have a social media, but you can follow us directly on the pages, the social medias, if you want. Dave doesn't really use it that much, so don't even talk to him. Don't look at him. Yeah, don't look him in the eyes.
Right, yeah.
He turns you to stone.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's about it. And I will catch you guys on the next one.
We'll catch you guys on the flippity flip. We're available wherever you get your podcasts. This has been R&D.
All right, I'm going to stop this now.
I'm going to keep going.